Hello and welcome back everybody to yet another Gregtech New Horizons live stream. Hopefully you're all doing very well today. I see we have Darius in here right away. How's it going? I woke up, let's see, I woke up about an hour and a half ago and then I just kind of like laid around, didn't get up until like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes ago. Sadly, I was supposed to go to the store right away. I forgot about that. So I was debating on starting the stream at the scheduled time or taking care of the going to the store, which is like right down the road. But I'm like, you know what? Most of the time I feel like I'm not quite on time as much as I'd like to be. So I'm going to start the stream and then I'll pick up the stuff later. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world not getting it right away. But yeah, I'll be able to grab it later. I have dinner now. I'm good. Awesome. Glad that you have some dinner to enjoy the stream with. Yes. Just making sure I have to change my thumbnail in the stream. Which actually, can I even do that? Stream sets. Oh yeah, I can. Just because YouTube's like, they call it the YouTube Studio, so when you're streaming, they give you like a interesting like little page. Oh wow. It shows the division. That, okay. That's insanely bad. Okay, well, let's go to downloads D drive. 166. Okay, change the picture there. There we go. Save it. Hopefully it looks a little bit better for everybody else. Alright. View your channel. Gregtech New Horizons stream. Yes, so the thumbnail looks good now. Share, copy. And then back over to the Discord. Boom. That does look correct. Oh, okay, so you're saying there's a limited time event where you can get the hat from the concert. So the hat they're wearing in the picture is the limited time hat? Is what you're saying, or is it a different hat? Also, I'm going to share the stream over to Gregtech Discord. Okay, awesome. So that's good. Oh, it's one from the video on Facebook. Okay. So I'll have to check that out then. Gregtech, board. Okay. Options, video settings. Actually, no, it's not. It's, there we go. Done. Boom. F5, F1. So, in the last live stream, also let me open up my phone just to keep an eye on the chat. So maybe I'll just do like a shorter 2-hour stream today and then do some more video editing after this. View my channel. Live stream. Boom. Hydro, how's it going? Your stream notification has the Division thumbnail for me. Yeah, that is... I started the stream with that accidentally, and now if people see my stream by looking it up, I think they'll be fine. But... like you're saying, in the notifications, it's gonna look a little wonky, so it might not be a good thing. But thank you very much for jumping in. I did get that fixed. We do have the appropriate thumbnail now. I also got the other one with the flowers, but I'm not sure if it's from the same event or from the zombie that bit me in the jungle. Probably, I would assume maybe the zombie. But you never know. Alright, so we actually got everything, yes, everything done except for one medal in the Platline last time. Also, is the music a little too loud for you guys, or no? I'm turning down my headset. Good morning, Carlos. How you doing today? So, we finished Osmium, the Iridium, and Ruthenium. So what is that? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 medals. So if I look at my signs, I can see kind of where I left off. Make a separate chemical reactor for circuit 3, rhodium something, okay. So that you can use glass currently. Okay, so you can use this LCR for the potassium disulfate dust. Also need to solidify molten potassium into ingots and macerate. Ah, I see. 3 weeks of non-stop rain. Honestly, I don't know what I would rather have. If I'd rather have that or here, just absolutely freezing temperatures outside. Like, the heat from, I mean, it also obviously doesn't help with the poor window, like, glass quality. But, like, it's so cold that obviously the air inside condenses on the window, and then it drips down and literally freezes into an icicle. Like, it's so cold. 21 days today. Damn. It's been raining heavily the past week here in Singapore. Hope it dies down before the end of the year. I have a 100-kilometer cycle to go for. Oof. Yeah, that would not be fun to do in the rain. No, thank you. Average of 30 and 35 Celsius. I don't even know what it is in the Celsius here, but it is literally freezing. Hey, Jester, how's it going? I woke up to 5 inches of snow randomly. Oh no. As long as it's not a work day, it's not nearly as bad then. I had snow for a little bit, but now it's above 0 Celsius, non-stop, so I don't have snow for nearly 2 weeks. Yeah, supposedly, it's like something in the negatives, I think. Temperature-wise. I do know that, like, my heat is, like, cranked up all the way, and the temperature has not gone up in the apartment since I cranked it up yesterday. I mean, I know obviously that means, like, it's the poor heating system, but it's also, it's so cold that it can't keep up and it can't actually increase the temperature in here. It can only maintain it. Okay, so let's look back at what we have going on here. So make a separate chemical reactor for circuit 3 rhodium sulfate. Okay, so we're gonna go do that and make another one of those, which we do have. Space heaters, my guy. It's not that bad to where I would need one, but it is a good option getting a space heater. It's like 67, 68 degrees in here, so it's pretty warm. I mean, it's plenty warm enough with like a blanket, sweatshirt, or whatever else. Merry Gregmas, Blaze. Merry Gregmas to you as well, Andre. How's it going? Or add some really heavy mods to your Minecraft world so it makes your PC overheat. Yeah, definitely playing Gregtech makes it pretty warm, so hopefully that helps out a little bit in here now. I actually haven't played a lot of Gregtech recently, so haven't had the opportunity to warm up my apartment. It's funny, work tried calling me in yesterday. Earlier this week, they tried scheduling me to work today. I told them no, because I had plans. And then they tried calling me in yesterday to go to work for like a breakdown. Then they tried calling me in today again for the same breakdown, because I guess they didn't get the job done. Like, I literally told you yesterday that my whole weekend was busy, so I'm like, I am not going in. I cannot go in. A second cat would solve the heating issue. Yes, get a second cat. Alright, so we're gonna get that guy there. That guy there. Maintenance hatch. Yes, and then just everything up on the top here. So now we just get to figure out our outputs. Ooh. So now I gotta figure out... We have that output down there. So what is it we're making with circuit 3 here? Uses... Large chemical reactors. There's only 40 circuits, so it's only so many things it could be. Rhodium sulfate, circuit 3. So that is the recipe we want to move over. So rhodium sulfate and water we could take out. So this whole thing could get removed. Okay, we're going to turn this guy off. Boom. Infinite heat glitch. Yeah, one cat warms up the other one and it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter until the whole house burns down because of having 2 cats. Alright, let's see, make sure nothing crazy's on that. Yeah, no, there isn't, so we're good. Okay, so we're gonna have our quad input hatch. That guy on there. Capacity card. Boom. Rhodium sulfate. Water. Perfect. So that'll be both those two going into there. We just need an output hatch and input. Hold on. Uses. Circuit 3. There is no item input. Okay, so that's fine. Input bus. We'll start it for now. We'll save that for circuit 3. Osmium solution. All that stuff can stay. Take that out. Let's see. Lol, what are you ultimately building in Gregtech? Are you building an actual Greg? Yes. No, not an actual Greg, but like Hydro's saying, building a Stargate to let Greg in. To let Greg into our hearts. So yes, ultimately, we are building a Stargate, which, to my knowledge, because I'm not trying to spoil myself too much, is a, I don't know why I'm dying today, is a portal of some type. I don't know if it brings us to another dimension, excuse me, or it maybe is a teleportation device. Honestly, like what I'm thinking now is it's a teleportation device to a different dimension, but it may be able to teleport one from another. I don't know quite yet. So that is our end goal, is the Stargate. And we're building all of these machines. Like, these all down here so far is relating to the processing of platinum metals. So we get like a dust of platinum metallic powder, it's called. And then we separate that into platinum, palladium, osmium, ruthenium, rhodium, what is the last one? I can't remember. And iridium. I can never remember all 6. So basically, it's kind of almost very, very realistic in the same processes that, you know, we chemically react them, certain components with certain chemicals, obviously in the chemical reactors. Then there's certain parts that we could just centrifuge out to, like, I don't know, copper, gold, nickel, some other things from the sludge dust, other byproducts. We gotta mix some of our chemicals together in this mixer, electrolyze certain things to recycle some of the compounds. Very, very complex process, and this is just for platinum processing. Eventually there's going to be other crazy lines that take, you know, multiple machines to process certain components that are going to be basically helping us create more stuff that's then going to create the Stargate. That's actually, build many Gregs, that's actually kind of neat. It is very neat. It's another reason why I love the mod pack so much. And it is crazy that we are, what, 700 minutes played. 790 hours in, and we are not even halfway into the mod pack. I mean, we're tier... Not, I was going to say quest, but we are in tier 5 IV out of the 12, and then also the hidden tiers that, you know, actually don't even exist in the game yet. Or just... They're not in the quest book, but they're kind of there without being shown. Hey, FT, what's going on? What's up, Blaze? Are we done with the Platline? Almost. We have a little bit. We're changing something with the ruthenium sulfate or something like that. We're adding that into a separate chemical reactor, so that way we can continue some of the other recipes with the other one that we had. So I realized there was going to be a contradiction with one of the recipes if I were to use the same one. It is more about the journey than the destination, exactly, which the journey has been insanely awesome so far. Like, the fact that, like, we're gonna have the Platline done is honestly crazy. And then we're gonna be... I don't know why, but I keep feeling like I want to start the oil refinery. Like, literally, Jester, we're gonna take raw oil. I mean, we already kind of do. But my plan is to set up a refinery that actually goes through and separates the oil into either every byproduct or every super important byproduct that, you know, oil does create. So that way we can use, say, gasoline or something for energy production, and then the propene, what we use for epoxid to make like more advanced circuit boards. I pop in every now and then, but I'm just like, oh, Blaze is making stuff again. I have no idea what the goal was. Which makes sense, yeah, if you don't kind of start from the beginning, it's like very, very hard to follow along most of the time. I mean, that's how I feel still looking at other people's builds that are further advanced than mine. Like, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I love oil refining, to be honest. It does look like it's going to be pretty dang cool. Blaze basically won Gregtech New Horizons. Basically. Oil is simple and rewarding, and it doesn't stress you out like lines. Yeah, it seems pretty dang simple, which is nice. I love it. Can't wait to start that up. Ugh. Alright, so hold on a minute. We're using this. We do get items, fluids. Okay, so we do need to output. Get the meat outputs. Get 2 of those going. Could make 4, but I just want to keep it lighter if I can. Alright, so we're going to remove circuit 3 from this then. It's going to be a no circuit. So now that we removed that, so that you can use currently, yeah, the last currently LCR for potassium disulfate dust. Oh, okay, potassium disulfate dust. So we got potassium disulfate. We're going to make that with potassium, sulfur, oxygen, and then get our output. Which we do not have. We do not have enough of an input here for that. So I might not even be able to fit it there anyways. Alright, well. Well, you know what? Output bus. That's already got an... That's got an output bus between those two. So just take this guy. Yoink. Yoink. Output bus. Yeah, output bus right there. And then another quadruple input hatch. But let's see. Oh, it's literally 7,000 oxygen. Actually, we don't even need to put a quadruple hatch on it. We might, maybe later, we'll see other recipes. But we'll just put a single hatch on it for now. Endgame, Blaze will discover he has the Greg inside. Yeah, the Greg was inside of us all along. I never even had to make the journey, but I needed to make the journey to discover that. I like how I opened my drink a while ago and I never even took a sip yet. Sad. Is it not following the line schematic? It is not. So everything that I'm doing here is off of my own like knowledge. So I could follow a schematic, I could follow a diagram, but like to me that defeats the purpose of like the challenges that you run into in Gregtech. So that's why I wanted to challenge myself to build what I could, whether or not it's the most efficient, which let's be honest, it probably isn't. I feel like I have accomplished something rather than just putting in work and copying other people's designs. Unless I absolutely somehow have to, I'm going to try and avoid that as much as I can. Hey Coffee, how's it going? Do you know about this? It really helped me with filtering the outputs. Do I know about what? Excuse me. Okay, that's good. We got oxygen going in, potassium disulfate. So we got the oxygen. So hopefully, I have to take a look now, make sure these shouldn't mix with anything, but I gotta make sure that the potassium does not mix with oxygen and sulfur. Actually, the oxygen's fine, but make sure that the potassium and the sulfur doesn't mix with these. Okay, so that does not. And that does not. Okay, so we're good there. Ammonium chloride. That does not, so that's good. Osmium solution will not. So circuit 2 would have a problem because that would make rock salt. So thankfully we're fine. We don't have to worry about that. Which actually is a little potassium. So we're good there, and sulfur. Circuit 2, so we are still fine. We could run all these items in here. So sulfur and potassium. Boom. Boom. Wherever we would get sulfur from. Checked the comment earlier. Do you know about this? It really helped me with filtering the outputs. The last comment that you put, Darius, because YouTube probably blocked it. Wait, hold on. Let me go to... Sometimes it's the top chat problem. Let me go to all messages. Okay, so it still says, the last comment from Darius, second cat would solve the heating issue. And then it goes directly to, do you know about this? It really helped me with filtering the output. So YouTube blocked your message for some reason. Outputs can use filter cells in stocks. Wait, what? Is this the last day you're on the Platline? It should be. I don't see why not. So you're saying I can use filters. Oh. Okay. So like, say I could put cobblestone here and it would only output cobblestone. I refreshed YouTube and the message vanished. Yeah. YouTube sometimes, for some weird reason, they see one word and they're like, oh no, we gotta absolutely destroy the comment. We can't show it because they might be saying something inappropriate or scammy, which is kind of dumb. But it happens a lot. Cats are helpful with the outputs. They need more cats. Yes, need more cats to output more heat. You can put a cell there, which will increase the output capacity. Oh, yeah. That's what you mean. Yep, I did forget about that. Eventually, I feel like I probably would have remembered if I would have kept playing again. But I do know what you're talking about. Adding, actually, that probably, yeah, that helps with these then, too. Actually, we only have the outputs for items. So we'd have more of an output item capacity. View cells could also be used, but I don't know about these versions. I don't know what a view cell is. Just like you filter cells in your storage. Oh, it can also be filtered. Interesting. So you could have like a separate line, say like I could have a green one with a filter that goes, say, directly only to output, just say potassium dust, for example, out to a machine. And then, you know, potassium dust can only come out of this output. And then stuff I just want to go back to the main storage on this line, I just attach it to a yellow. That's actually... That probably will definitely be very, very helpful. Although, right now, thankfully, I don't think we need it. It's a cell that only filters and doesn't have space for items or fluids. Oh. So hopefully that would be kind of also a little bit cheaper then, because you don't have to worry about like the massive, what do you want to call it? The circuits to craft like the higher tier storage cells. What? I gotta take a drink real quick. Okay. Also, thank you very much for everybody being here. 10 amazing people in the stream. So that way some other amazing Gregtech enthusiasts can find it. If you wouldn't mind helping us out and maybe helping us reach 10 digits of likes. Wow, holy crap. That would be literally impossible. If we could hit double digits in the likes, that would be absolutely awesome. If you are enjoying the stream. It's useful to prevent conflicts since you can just filter to the output the recipe. Oh. Okay. So that may have helped. I mean, it's better that we have another LCR anyways, just to help with speed. But we could have done something like that so that we don't have to worry about, like you're saying, the conflict where the sulfur was going to make some weird fluid. Yeah, just have 1 billion likes. That'd have been insane. Could you imagine? I mean, it is... Well, see, I don't know how YouTube does their views, because I feel like people can add more than 1 view to a video if they watch it long enough, and it's spaced out enough. It's not like somebody watching on, like, repeat, because they do take views away for that. But to have 1 billion likes on a video... I don't think that's been done yet on YouTube, has it? Painting the hatches also helps to avoid mixing circuits and generating conflicts. Yeah, which actually, funny enough, I've never even done or even attempted yet. So I think you need the spray can for that, right? Yeah, not even close. Hey Blaze, it's cold as balls out. Yeah, cold as Blaze out. Blaze balls. It is freezing. Like, I was talking about earlier in the stream, like, the air condensates on the window, so then the window gets all wet and everything, which I don't know how, like, that, I don't know, this doesn't have mold caused from that after, like, it starts to, like, warm up a little bit. But it condensates, it drips down the window, and then it just freezes once it gets to, like, the base of the window, because, obviously, the slight little bits of cold air coming in freezes it. Oh, man, I love it. I mean, I have to remote start my vehicle anywhere I'm going now because I'm just not dealing with that. I bought a vehicle with remote start, I'm going to use it, damn it. I'm not going to freeze. Oh, man. For those of you that deal with negative temperatures, I mean, I say a lot of you might also deal with negative temperatures, but you might be thinking of Celsius. Over here in America, dealing with the negative Fahrenheit temperatures is even more freezing. Wait, I just watched my own videos 1,000 times to rack up the views. Oh man, could you imagine? Infinite money glitch. Just have a video viewing farm. When are we going to do Core Keeper? Do you want to wait till the update drops? Yes, I want to wait till the update drops. And then I'm going to ask you, do you want to play Core Keeper before we play Minecraft Dungeons? Also, I want to say thank you, Porcupine, for donating that to me. Also, I love how I just chat. I just forget what I'm doing forever. So we have the filter. I just need to get the lines in here. Okay, we are going to need another okay, we need to make a recipe for cable anchors. As annoying as it is, we need to do it. I hate cable anchors, but they are nice. They are nice for the job that they do. Also, sorry, Epic, I completely missed your message before. How's it going? What do we got here?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Happy Sunday for you.
Well, thank you very much, Darius, for 8 months of membership and being a Jerry ally. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And it is a happy Sunday for me. Don't have to work, and I get to spend time with family, have amazing viewers like you, and continuing your membership. Absolutely amazing. I could not ask for a better Sunday. Thank you very much, Darius. Well, Core Keeper is still fresh in my head. Also, Minecraft Dungeons was a Christmas gift. So yeah, I guess we could wait till after Christmas. It makes a bit more sense. They're very cheap, thankfully. Wait. Oh, the cable anchors. Yeah. Doing too many things. What are you doing? Alright, cable anchors. Cable anchors. Anchor. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they're very easy. Titanium. We're just going to do titanium bolts. That way we don't have to worry about... Yeah, titanium's the easiest, most efficient. Boom. Oh. I made some. I didn't make a recipe. Oops. Alright, so then we need molecular assembler. You know, we might have to work on the molecular assembler multi-block next because we are almost out of space. Making methane for better plastic. Oil into plastic. Filled 500 plus stacks of wood. Damn. That is awesome. I wish you the best of luck with that. Eventually, we're going to have to mess around with oil ourselves, too, probably soon. I mean, I do have some oil going now, a little bit, but we need to make the line a little bit better. Alright. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. I'd rather not. I'll just keep it all disconnected here. Alright, so we got water going in. No items, we just have that. We have an output. So honestly, we are good. So I don't know where I want my power yet. Or how much power I need. Potassium disulfate, that's MV. So the other recipes there should be fine. 4x. Put some of this stuff away. Oh, you know what? Okay, so we also didn't even finish this up. We need to put you on the outside. Almost messed that up. R. Boom. Get some 8x's. We'll keep 3 of you. Hey, look at that. 1 hour and 3 minutes. We've made 150 Lapotron chips. So that way we can upgrade our LSC, so that way we don't have to turn it on all the time. Or the what is it? The large gas turbines? Because honestly, if I'm running everything, it lasts for maybe a couple minutes and it's just done. The molecular... Okay, hold on a second. Not a fan of the molecular assembler multi. Can't access it from the interface terminal. Really? That's... Oh, I guess that's kind of annoying. Yeah, the molecular assembler multi does have an annoying quirk with it. You can't access it via the interface terminal. So, I mean, if I want to add some patterns, I'll just have to run up to it. Which, to me, honestly, I like running around, as most of you could probably tell. Me running around too much. So, it's not going to be too bad for me. But it's faster, right? Ooh, if it's faster with crafts, that's kind of cool. It's faster and can hold basically an infinite amount of recipes. What? Okay, that's awesome. Also, Afonso, thank you very much for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. If you're in the stream, hello. Welcome. Let's see. I've been interested in Minecraft Dungeons. Let me know if you guys want a third after Christmas. Definitely will. Yeah, because the big reason why I ended up getting it, or because Porcupine gifted it, is we played it at the arcade. And I mean, it's not a bad game. And especially now that we could probably get it on sale. Well, it was probably on sale. Okay, so here we go, 72. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to get into it. Never something that I really wanted to pay for on my own accord, but definitely interested in it now. So I will let you know when we go to play it. Would love to have you, Jester. Okay, so we got power. We have our inputs. So actually, what does that make? Rhodium sulfate. Circuit 3 that makes the leech dust. Okay. Which then this also helps make more iridium. So to make the rhodium sulfate, you need the platinum residue with the molten potassium disulfate. Hey, Kuzu, how's it going? Blaze the suited. Porekeeper update drops mid-January, and we might have to do dungeons after Christmas. Okay. That is plenty fine with me. Yeah, because, yeah, you already know what's going on in January, so, yeah, that actually worked out perfectly after that, then. Hey, Trey, welcome in. How you doing today? What's up? Not much, just messing around with the Platline. Molten potassium disulfate. So, I don't think I really have any of that anywhere. Y or T. I make that with a fluid extractor recycle. Oh, okay. So now I finally figured out again what we needed this for. Fluid extractor. We need item export bus. You have an ender chest with conduits, and it won't transport the recipe into the bus. Wait, what? Ender chest with conduits, and it won't transport the recipe into the bus. So, is that kind of how universals work? Or I feel like universals are a little bit different. The multi-speed scales with power and patterns goes into input buses, which can be super buses as well. Okay. I would play dungeons with you. Yeah, I would love to have a bunch of people playing dungeons. I would assume you could probably only have a team of 4. I'm a dungeon crawler kind of guy, and especially with Minecraft, I feel like it'd be a little bit more up my alley than some of the other dungeon crawlers. So we got potassium disulfate, then we have our dual interface for our export, which fluid auto output. Do we have potassium disulfate, or molten potassium disulfate? We do. Perfect. So yeah, we just need to make the dust. Okay, so we got the oxygen going in, we have the potassium and the sulfur. So we just need to allow access from... Ooh, we have to put a filter on that. We can't keep making that. Oof. Okay, so now I'm realizing... I'm going to put the cable anchor there, put the output down here, so that I could turn off the oxygen input. So, turn you... Oh, keep you turned off. You're not even operational, so we're good. So, boom, 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 boom. So we're going to need to get a redstone operation card. Okay, cable anchor, these can go away. Actually, I'd probably keep the yellow one out. Small yellow. Redstone, redstone. I'm wondering why you're using the 72 amp cables for all the LCRs when they won't even consume half of that when they're all on. 72 amps of HV. Well, let's see. So this would use what? At max. I guess it really would only use 1 with that. So it'd be 1, 4, 5. Actually, wait. Did I get it? 1 plus 4 is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then another 4 would be 13. 14 plus 4 is 18. Say maybe another 4 is 22. 12 amps going that way. Oh, this guy uses... Oh my gosh. So this guy alone uses 16 because it's IV power for one of the distillation recipes. So I do use it because I have all of the machines connected rather than having like one big spinal power draw, which would be more beneficial, but because the superconductors are very easy for me to make, that's just kind of my preference. Also, welcome in everybody. Blade Master, hello. Any reason that the YouTube notification had the Division as its thumbnail picture? Yes. So that was because I started the stream accidentally with that. I didn't have the, what is it? The Minecraft thumbnail set, so I do apologize about that, but thank you very much for jumping in, regardless of the mishap there. How you doing today, though, Blade Master? Potassium disulfate really benefits from the fluid extractor. Multi, to be honest, is kind of slow otherwise. Yeah, what is it? 15 seconds. Oh, I guess, yeah, because we're going to need quite a bit of that, aren't we? 360 to be able to smelt 1, so 360, that's only 288, so times 3 with HV. Yeah, it is going to be a little bit slower. But I will have to add in a couple more single blocks. Which kind of does stink a little bit for... Unless I could make it like recipe-based, but that would, I don't think that would be that good. I want it automated. So I have to have, you know, one input and one output. So it's a little bit hard to stack them on top of each other with then also having to deal with the power. But I don't think this looks too bad, especially if eventually I maybe put like some coverings over the top of it. Make it look a little bit better. Let's see. Also, I can buy ender pearls. Nice. He was playing the Division in his last stream. Yeah, so YouTube just is stupid then, I guess. It was my mistake. I will say I started the stream before I reset it, sadly. What is a Platline medal? So there's 6 Platline medals. We have... Let me see if I can remember them. This is always the challenge. There's 6 metals. We have platinum, palladium, iridium, rhodium. That's 4. Platinum, palladium, iridium, rhodium, osmium. That's 5. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's one more R. Rhodium. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so mad. I always forget what. It's always one, and it's not the same one every time. Rhodium. What else? What else is it? Okay, I have to look. I'm sad. I can't think of it. What is it? Ruthenium. Okay, ruthenium. I'll have to find the game for my Nintendo Switch, though. It's all good. I don't know if they have a cross-platform. Preparing for EV, I need to make about 64 EV circuits. Dang. Hypixel's working on a new Extraction Dungeon Crawler. Huh. Plan to release next year for public testing. If you don't have dedicated LCRs, things start to get messy. Yeah, they do. Okay, just kind of catching up with chat here. Not all cables need to be 72 amps, for example. That latest LCR only consumes 1 amp, so that cable could be a lower rating. Yeah, just slowly reducing them. The reason why I don't do that is because I'm always scared that for some reason it won't work properly. But because you're only consuming the 1 amp down here, like, yeah, you could have a very tiny cable and just make them smaller and smaller. Hard tubetanium. Ruthenium, yeah. Finally, maybe someday we'll remember all of them. Just, I guess it wasn't today. Also, I see I don't have my cable anchors. Hold on. Can you guys hear the music? I did refresh the thing before the stream started, so it should be able to work. Alright, so output is now connected. Cable anchors. Alright, so you... Oh, that's right, you don't even have any of your cards active with signal. Redstone there. Boom. You need acceleration, just the acceleration card. Alright, so active with signal. So we need a fluid emitter. Level emitter. Fluid level emitter. Oh. Because what does this make again? Oxygen. Oh, it makes a potassium disulfate. So, let's see. Uses. 1 is 144. I would say that we just set it to, yeah, a fluid level. So once you get, like, I don't know, 20,000, maybe? 30,000? We'll just set it low for now. If we have to increase it, we'll increase it. Molten potassium disulfate. So, level emitter. Add this fluid. Set it to 25k. So 25,000. Emit when levels are below limit. Set. So it is emitting redstone signal. This is now active, so it dumps in. And we're all good. So now we should be able to activate. No valid recipe. You better have a valid recipe. Hello? You have oxygen, you have potassium, you have sulfur. Oh, no, you don't have potassium and sulfur. Duh. Potassium and sulfur. Boom. Boom. I am a silly goose. There it goes. It went and made some stuff. Which actually should have just gotten dumped into here, which it did not. Hello? Potassium disulfate. Okay, so potassium disulfate does not have a cell. So we're just going to make a cell now that just takes everything. So, cell. Going to make a big cell with it. And I'm not going to filter this one. If you filter the items in the interface and pull them using an export in a single block machine, similar to the coal extractor and the benzene setup. Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, if you filter the items in the interface. Yep. I get what you mean. Actually, yeah, duh. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So let me get up here. So we would set something up similar to this with a dual interface. In the middle, have your filters, have your machines, which then they pull it. Yeah, they pull the items with the conveyors and then dump the outputs back out. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, now you just dump in the items right here. Okay, so that'll be a nice easy fix with fluid extractors and everything, thankfully. Which then, that's also a thing. Maybe one side I can set for, say, the potassium disulfate, and then the other side for the other items that needed to be extracted. Is it almost time for Christmas tree too? So this year I was planning, instead of a Christmas tree, since we already have one, I wanted to make a giant Christmas present, and then we could maybe figure out something to put inside of it, which I kind of forgot. I thought we had a plan of what to put in it, but I want to make a giant Christmas gift, which I feel like really shouldn't be too bad. I don't know if we should go with the generic Minecraft, like, Christmas present look, or if we try to do something a little bit more special. The Lava Chicken remix went hard. It did. It is a really good song. I was kind of annoyed with it when it first came out, but honestly, like, listening to it now, it's actually not that bad. For some reason, haste overrides mining fatigue. Really? Also, I want to say welcome to everybody in the stream. If you have any questions, I see 18 amazing people. If there's anybody new, feel free to ask anything you would like. We are just building stuff with the Platline right now. So, I'm going to keep those signs there in case I do forget. Okay, so I need my item cell. There we go. So this guy is unfiltered. Boom. Put that in so we have room. And now you should be able to have... There we go. Oh, I need to add in an acceleration card because it's way too slow. It may be fast enough for what it's extracting right now, but too slow for my liking. We also need to make acceleration cards now. I'll make 20 of them. Sure, why not? It uses a decent bit of titanium. We'll be fine. Let's also go and check here. 102. Nice. Yeah, 578 more ilmenite. In 6 years, when you're done with Gregtech New Horizons, we gotta try the Create mod. That's pretty popular right now. There are actually a lot of mod packs that do have Create. I've never played with a lot of Create. I've seen a little bit of it. I never really mess with it a lot, other than the All the Mods world. There are some really good mod packs I would love to play that have Create in them. I think the one of them being called Homestead is the one I'm thinking of. Also, make sure I didn't miss any of your messages, Panda. Let's see. Oh, okay, you were just asking what the Platline metals were. It could be a flat surface. If you use the block interface, you have to use filter conveyors, which is overpowered because it had a very high speed, even in low-tier systems. I don't know. I guess I didn't even know about that. Yeah, I guess could easily set that up to be horizontal. Just have to make a little pathway behind it just to check the other sides. Yeah, like mining fatigue doesn't do anything because I have haste, which is nice. I remember Lad used it a lot. Yeah, Lad used it a lot in his base. He had a whole rotating base, like his storage system could rotate to a different set of chests. It was pretty cool. Hey, what's going on, Grim? When does the game start picking up from the early game? The pack looks awesome, but Steam Age is such a slog. Honestly, I think LV, MV area does pick up a lot, at least in my opinion, because then you're starting to get a lot more machines. You're messing around setting things up with the machines rather than kind of trying to grind, like manually crafting all the plates and stuff and everything like that. So once you're able to get those, like that first set of like pretty much all the single block machines, I think it picks up from that. But if you're talking like, say, multi-blocks and then just kind of messing around with recipes like this, like Andre's saying, you got HV or EV, which is, I would say yes, it is insanely more fun. It is a challenge to get through the early game for a lot of people. Like, some people like quit before they even get through the Steam Age, but it is definitely worth grinding it out to get to this point, because then it's almost like a new game at this point even. Midterms start tomorrow. Oh boy, good luck with that, Panda. I never got to HV and EV, but really enjoyed Steam Age, LV, and MV. Yeah, everybody has kind of their own preferences, but honestly, it is all just very, very enjoyable for me. Oh, purified zinc. Okay, so uses. Purified zinc, gallium. We're just gonna macerate that. That's fine. Gonna get a lot more gallium out of this. So, also with cool stuff, like, yeah, you end up with this. I mean, it's not decorated. It does look ugly. But you have an area where you have a set of designated machines that will take all of your ores. So these are all being mined from Mars right now, and they're being shipped over via ender chests. And they're getting dumped into my sorting system so that ores that I want to have macerated first, or whatever order that makes it the most efficiently processed, it gets sorted into its designated machine. It then gets shipped out, and then obviously just automatically processed, which is insanely awesome. Like, I love this thing. And then all of, like, the final dusts and products just end up right here. Also, I feel like we have seen you before on the channel. Right, Grim? Or is this your first time? Either way, if it has been a while, welcome back. If it is your first time, welcome. And I wish you the best of luck with your Gregtech journey. Oh, that's... Oh, okay, so yeah, we're getting more of the molten potassium. Actually, yeah, we're making that molten. Which then, I don't know exactly where that's going. Because that's helping us make probably more iridium and stuff, which is actually insanely awesome. Sulfuric acid... Uses... Oh, it's being used in the EBF. Okay. Platinum residue, because... Is that running? No, it's not. Platinum residue. Oh no, I do have a lot of platinum residue. 5,000, wow. Uses... Circuit 11, I think it's turned off. Which I have this one turned off on purpose. Because I needed to grab some of the items for the quest. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna need some more fluid extractors. This is way too slow. It is the first time here. Well, welcome. Thank you very much for jumping in today. I do greatly appreciate it. So, it is your first time here. I will say, I just want to say that my goals here, if you were interested, is I'm planning on going through all the way. I want to make the Stargate twice. Just so that way, if it is a teleportation device, which I got to find out yet, we can teleport between the two. Otherwise, at least we have two. We can brag that we have two. And I'm also going to complete every single quest in the quest book and every single achievement possible in the achievements tab. By the way, if you hold 64 dust or ingots of the final metals, and it completes all the quests leading up to them. Okay. So that'll be good then. I don't have to worry as much. Actually, I think we have palladium done, so let's take a look. So it says, yes, palladium is done, osmium, iridium, ruthenium, and rhodium. So I guess if, yeah, that's the case, obviously, we could just turn this guy back on. Oh yeah, that's going to give us a lot more iridium. Okay. Well, I guess I said a lot, but it's not really going to be a lot until we process a lot of this. But it is nice to know that we have a lot of the platinum residue, because then that means there's actually going to be quite a bit more iridium going on. I'm going to have to move this advanced fluid heater, because I really, really want some more fluid extractors. I cannot deal with the slowness. Let's see here. Machines. Okay, so 2 more advanced fluid extractors. Basically, Blaze sold his mortal soul to Greg. Basically. Okay. Oh yeah, we need conveyors. Okay, so conveyors. They don't even need to be that fast. 1 stack every 1 second. Yeah, that's plenty good. So we're gonna do... Just make 10. Sure, why not? Hey, P Games. Sorry, I didn't say anything to you right away. I see you in the chat. How you doing? I am doing very well today. Thank you very much for asking. We're just finishing up, well, that is the plan. I'm going to finish up the Platline today, which is absolutely beautiful. So right now, kind of working on the recycling of the potassium disulfate, which actually we're going to need a macerator as well. Oof, we don't have a recipe for an HV macerator, although we could steal one. I think we're going to end up crafting a couple. Dual interfaces. craft up, I don't know, 4 of those, I guess. Okay, so then yeah, we'll move this guy. This guy can be fine. Hey, what's going on, Tyler? How you doing today? I haven't Gregged in about 2 months already. Dang. Sorry to hear that. I could not imagine Gregging for going 2 months without Gregging. I will sub to you, bro. Well, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. So, do you know much about Gregtech, Tyler? Oh yeah, so we have access to all the potassium and sulfur from upstairs. Oh wow, okay, maybe we should turn off the... Okay, hold on. I think we have to do something different here. Turn that off. Turn that off. We're gonna set this to an item level maintainer. Just because the fluid is just way too slow. I don't, okay. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Right now we are working on the Platline, so basically extracting all the platinum group metals out of our metal dust. But if our extractors are... Okay, so we just have to make sure we don't go too high with this. So there's that. Meat level emitter. Item. We want this. Emit when levels are below or above the limit. So if we have 1,000, that's going to be 144,000. Yeah, so shit, that's going to be plenty enough. If we somehow have a stockpile of 500, that's going to be plenty, which actually I think that's way too much. Just say 250 for now. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, what? Emit when levels are above or equal... Oh, when below. Okay, set. Boom. Alright, so now we're good. So we don't dump out oxygen. It looks cool. It is very cool. I absolutely love this mod pack. Honestly, greatest mod pack to exist, in my opinion. A little break in mid-LUV. I don't blame you for taking a break, especially with how crazy some of the stuff is getting. And I'm only an IV. I have the worst hangover I've ever had. Too much drinking at the party last night. Well, hopefully you feel a little bit better soon. Alright, we gotta... Well, I guess we don't have to wait, but... We're gonna have to remove all these. It's sad I'm gonna have to remove this too. Advanced fluid heater. Actually, you know what? Okay, so hold on. Fluid heater. We're gonna make another one. Oh, we're missing Canthal wire. How do we not have Canthal wires? Hey, Tooth Grinder, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. Let me check on the stream. Hey, 15 viewers and 10 likes. Thank you very much, everybody, for helping us reach double digits today. Woke up at 9 a.m. with a horrible headache, and I went back to sleep and woke up at 2 p.m. Oof. Not good. Canthal wires. Oh, we need 4x wires, I think, for the heater. Alright, well. We're gonna make a recipe here. Oh, we need patterns. The pattern refiller is not working, so why do we not have patterns in here? Yeah, what? Why do we have a pattern refiller card, and it has not repaired my patterns? What the heck? Input hatch. Where are you, crap? Oh. I'm a silly goose. Why am I doing this here? Alright, so take that. Take that. I have to remove this recipe here. I don't know why I keep having that there. Hey, thank you very much, Grim, for subscribing. I greatly appreciate that. Hopefully you will be here for the journey all the way to the Stargate. And I wish you the best of luck still with your playthrough. Do you have any plans, Grim, on how far you want to go into the mod pack? Circuit 4, and I think we still want Circuit 1, so... Blaze is running around the base all the time. Just a little... just wait a little bit. For what? Oh, can you do a base tour? I haven't been here for a bit. Yeah, I can give you a base tour, as well as all the other new people that are in the stream. So we're going to start outside. Pardon, I am not proud of a lot of parts of the bases, because I haven't done any decorations lately. But the parts that I have decorated, I am very, very proud of. Alright, so we have this little house out here. Originally, this base was meant to be something that like hung off the side of the mountain, which you can see turned out very well. So this is going to end up being like something that's kind of like half burnt down and hanging off the side of a volcano. So this entire mountain is going to be converted into a volcano. Very long time ago, I started placing some blocks. That's kind of gross. I don't like that. It's too flat. Doesn't have enough depth with the color and everything. But on the back side, I kind of added in a little bit more, what do you want to call it, detail with the color of blocks. So we also have access to deep slate now, which I think is going to be a big help in decorating all this, thankfully. So I plan on covering a lot of this, or if not all of this, with these blocks to make it look like a volcano. We'll have lava coming out of the top, which actually, now I'm just thinking about that. I guess we could have lava pools around a couple different spots. But then the center of the volcano, it was going to be there. This is where we plan on shooting our rockets from, or launching our rockets from. But I'm going to probably move the center of it over to here, because the way I built it, the center isn't like a perfect one block center. It's like a 2x2, so it doesn't work well with the rockets, sadly. So I'm going to move it to over here, and then I might just kind of have, what is it you want to call it, like just a flat roof going across the top, so that way I have more area to work in here, since the base is going to get exponentially larger. As well as the future other parts of the base are going to be hollowed out inside this mountain as well. So this whole range, it would be nice to just kind of cover up, turn the whole thing into a volcano. So that is the general ideas of everything. This is where all of the wood comes from that makes our benzene, which then is produced into nitrobenzene for our power production so far. We have the Greg circuit sacrifice area, which I think, this goes up to HV circuits? So actually, let's think. We have EV, IV. Yes, we'll have to do our next sacrifice once we get enough LUV circuits. We'll have to build on maybe those circuit pixel arts up top here. And then we'll do another sacrifice. But that's what this area is all about. Throwback to earlier this year. I do have a lot of holiday builds. I do want to have a big Christmas gift like I was saying earlier. So we have the Valentine's Day, we have Christmas of last year. Sadly, I did not build anything for, say, St. Patrick's Day. I didn't build anything for Thanksgiving, although I did want to. I didn't get to. Halloween, I have a very, very sad start of a pumpkin over here, which is going to have to be removed. But yes, I'm thinking of maybe making a giant Christmas gift take up like a big area over here. And then we have the amazing American flag for the 4th of July. And then, yeah, right underneath it is going to be our oil refinery over there, which is very fitting. Didn't even think of it at first until somebody said it in the comments. And then our main entrance into the volcano. We have... This is where I did have a bunch of storage, but obviously has been removed now that we have the AE storage. This leads into our LV section of the base, where we have all of our beautiful machines. The Pyrolos oven... Actually, no, those aren't even Pyrolos ovens. The coke ovens that powered this. It is still powered by steam. So we have this boiler now that I just fill up every now and then if I need to somehow, for some reason, mess with stuff around here. Have our little kitchen for cooking. And then a lot of our steam multi-blocks, which the area is still not complete yet, sadly. Our original wood farms that really aren't used too much anymore, and then the storage for everything that was here. Actually, wow, we have quite a bit of wood there, thankfully. Emergency reserves, we'll call it. Oh, I was going to read chat and then the advertisement came in. And then we have this section of the base, the MV area. We have our machines, our smeltery. There was a clean room here. We moved that downstairs. We have a bunch of compressors, centrifuges to make some nitrogen and oxygen. And then here's just the other tunnel to get to it. What am I seeing here? Just read chat. Oh, I missed a lot of stuff. Okay. Obviously reach Stargate, but we'll see. Probably going to be a long-term on and off thing. In the short term, I just want to reach a point where I don't need to use the smeltery. Yeah, see, that would be very nice, not have to use that again. Which really shouldn't take too long. Right now I'm playing through Factorio Space Age since I bought it a year ago and never beat it. Dang. Wish you the best of luck with that. I feel like at some point I would like to play like Factorio and all the other games kind of like that. You could use one of these big mountains as a meteor drop zone. Oh, that should be kind of cool. Cannot wait to see Blaze sacrificing 64 quantum mainframes. Yeah, right? Ugh. No thank you, but we're going to have to do it anyways. We have another elevator over here. This leads into one of my other favorite parts of the base right now, the HV area. We had our main distillery towers here that produce benzene to power everything with the large gas turbine. A lot of our multi-blocks here that are now automated with AE2. Our original, what is it, tungsten automated, process and made the tungstic acid, which then we turned into our tungsten dust. Which it takes all of the endstone dust that we have from our automated farm outside. Air cleaner, so you can keep it somewhat clean in here. A little bit of an oil refinery. We have this guy that distills the cracked naphtha gas that we crack with the oil cracker. Our clean room, nothing crazy. A little bit oversized, but pretty much going to be useless pretty soon. I just wanted to build a big one for, I don't know, for the laughs. Our main control center, still kind of ugly in this area, but we did make the AE2 look a lot better. It was kind of a nightmare with how we had it before. Our elevator that goes upstairs to this area again. And then we also can go downstairs. We have a lot of our crafting CPUs, our fluid storages, item storages, which is basically what this room is going to end up being, is all of the storage for like the entirety of the base. Let's see, and then obviously we have our EV section of the base. So we have the phosphoric acid loop that produces all of our oxygen and hydrogen, and then a lot of other random multi-blocks that technically I want to move because they're not EV multi-blocks, but I'll survive. I'll just end up probably leaving them all here. Everything on this wall is power production. We have obviously wood tar and charcoal being produced. Charcoal turned into wood tar, which then is distilled to make benzene. Nitric acid, sulfuric acid being produced, all to fill this guy with also this distillery tower, making nitrobenzene that we're burning all in these amazing turbines. Stored into here, our big battery, and then obviously shipped out to all of the machines as energy. We have our, what do you want to call it, our ore proc area right here. Still not complete, but it is something. And then here is going to be a tunnel that I would like to have like maybe glass or something that you can see outside. Maybe it's like tinted black or gray, so it looks like it's all smoggy from the volcano and everything. Which actually, maybe it's a good idea to leave all the pollution, so that way it looks dark and gray outside. But we'll have maybe our trophies in here, our trophy room. Also, I saw like a space museum would be cool, like all of our rockets and stuff would be pretty awesome. But also we will have an area to go to IV over here, probably LUV over here, and then after LUV, all of our sections of the bases I would like to have in the mountain over that way. We'll have an elevator leading all the way down to, say, our Platline. That's pretty much our entire base. There's a, well, it is actually getting to be a lot longer of a tour now. We are actually getting a lot further. A lot longer than the last time I remembered. Have you read my first messages? This will not be useless for sure. Let's see. I know I will skip it completely. I think it's possible. Hold on a second. I don't know. Have you seen it or not yet? But I officially entered LUV and made the assembly line with the full proper automation. I did see that actually. Congrats on that. Also made my first IUV rotor. Ooh. Oh yeah, the IUV. I forgot IUV is after LUV. I'm pretty sure. can only imagine how much of a pain that's gotta be. I am not looking forward to it, but hey. I say that, but I also do look forward to it. The pain also means that we have the gain. Alright. Advanced fluid solidifier. Okay, so we got distracted a little bit. Oh yeah, we also have a glowstone farm. 2 tiers, very massive for glowstone, redstone, and future mercury production. Okay, so yeah, so we still don't have blank patterns. Don't know why. Whatever, we'll craft 200 of them. Oh yeah, I said IV, I meant UIV. UIV is later. Much later, tier 11. I think LUV is still my favorite tier, to be honest, followed by IV. I can see why. I mean, IV is amazing so far. Oh, have you updated yet? Actually, I am still on 2.8.1, so I will have to update to 2.8.3 very, very soon. How to get easy dairy on Gregtech New Horizon. Step 1, get milk. Step 2, drink milk. Step 3, repeat. Yes. Alright, here we go. We got, what? Oh. Wait, stored / craftable. Blank pattern. What? How do we not have patterns there, but we have patterns here? Oh. So, it won't craft more patterns, but it'll... I thought it was supposed to craft patterns, too. Whatever. It just takes them and automatically puts them in. Okay, well. It is what it is, I guess. We gotta put this pattern here. Do I even have an anchor pattern in here now that I'm thinking about it? I gotta turn off. Okay, we do have a cable anchor pattern. So... fluid. Heater. Actually, no, we need Canthol 4x-wires. Canthol. We have 2x-wires. Okay, so we're gonna have to remake that recipe. Hold on. The 2x, yes. Okay. And now we can get the fluid heater. Perfect. Hey, FT, how's it going today? I got my finals on Tuesday, but I can't study because I am super sick. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish you the best of luck with your finals coming up on Tuesday. I just updated to 0.3 and will continue the grind. Oh, you're going to start continuing the grind now? I wish you the best of luck with that. Getting back into it for the first time in a while. All of my extremely tough handworks paid off very much. Now Gregtech New Horizons is a Factorio / Satisfactory on steroids for me. Just slap another me extension and go chill. That is kind of nice. All the fruits of your labor finally paying off. We're starting to get there. Not quite, but we're starting. Alright, so we're waiting for a fluid heater. That's fine. Let's go downstairs. Actually, yes. Teleport. And set this up once again. Okay, so... we're still fluid extracting, thankfully. Fluid heater... okay, so we're just going to take you away. You're not filled with anything, so that's good. Boom, boom. Okay, so we're going to have to be careful with this. We turn you into a full block. 10 conveyors. HV. Okay, so we're good. So on conveyor. Boom, boom, boom. And now that should import. Import. So that should be good right there. Okay. Now here's my filter. Oh. There we go. So we got our filter. Awesome. There it goes. Just like that. Fluid extract or auto output. Awesome. Wait, what do we got here? I stopped at the water line, so I will continue with that. Oof, good luck. Blaze, maybe it's just me, but it seems like your music is kind of doubling itself. You're really? Oh, you know... Hold on. Thank you for calling that out. So I'm wondering here, hold on, go to here. Oh, you know what? Mute that. Can be even more goofy with heavy music. Maybe that's why everybody was just like, what the heck's going on? Now it's fine. Okay. So, for some weird reason, I always thought it wasn't playing in the background. But it is playing on just like, obviously, like the main everything computer audio. Interesting. Alright, we got her. Thank you very much for the help on that. I wonder how many people will be annoyed. I do apologize for that, everyone. Alright, so... Actually, hold on. So take you away. Add you in there. Import. $48.59. So, is there not that much in here? We have 6,800. Why is it so slow? I'm back. Welcome back, Carlos. I've reached 1,000 buckets of benzene. Nice. Okay, let me see. I don't think I have any speed upgrades on this thing. Charcoal. They're all staying filled. EV conveyors. I don't think the conveyor's really the problem. I don't know how fast an EV conveyor is. Obviously we have that connected. Yeah, it's just got the filter on it. Let's see. Regular blocking mode, ignore the contents of the target inventory. That doesn't matter. Interesting. What do we got going on here? Did you see that it's not going to stop producing sulfate the way it is? It is, in the fact that... Actually, hold on. Yeah, because that's why we have to go... Okay, so that's why we have to go back to this. Yeah, we have to change this back now. To the molten. Which, thankfully, we are using it up pretty quickly right now. But we can easily change the way that's set up. So we could turn that off once we get so much molten potassium disulfate or whatever. 30. But why are we not pulling in anymore? Is my question. Oh, okay, I might need an export bus on that. Is that how it goes? Hold on, I may have just thought of that. So we got a storage bus. No, we don't actually have a storage bus on there. I mean, it literally pulls it from a storage bus. How is it pulled in? Like, how is it pulled to the interface? That's strange. Okay, because you're almost out. Conveyor. No, we got a conveyor in there. Unless export. It's not export, it's supposed to be import. Import. Always on. Block output. Allow output. Yeah, it's in there. So, what the heck's going on? Bahar's so goated, I can't imagine not having it at this point. Why are you not working? Allow output. Import. This guy's not saying... Really? Because it was working fine when I had another bus, an export bus on there, but it should work. Enable input and conveyor. Block input, enable, allow input. But if I have import, which it was before, and like say this one is import, allow output. Oh, that's, duh, that's right. Okay, yep, you're right. The simple things. The interface is both input and output in this case. Yeah, I forgot to allow it. Excuse me, I'm dying. Yeah, I forgot to change that. Thank you, Carlos. I was like, what the heck is going on? It's not working. Alright, so... Nope. Nope. There we go. Filter. Import. Allow output. Take you. Import, allow output, always on. Import, allow output. 64, 64. Okay, now they just need power. What? What do you have a cover on this side? Oh, that's right, because, okay, duh. The input from the conveyor and the machine are different things. Yeah. If you had the multi, none of this, yeah, none of this would have been an issue. Sadly, yeah, that is true. Honestly, once we go to upgrade our Platline, definitely going to be putting in a multi-block, because this is gross. Well, this ain't too bad, thankfully. Base wire, here, take all this. There we go, baby! 4 HV fluid extractors. Okay, so they're going to make tons of molten potassium, fluid auto output, fluid auto output. Let me look. We have it's instantly being eaten, so that's good. Sludge residue. Okay, so we still don't have enough, so we want 2 more fluid extractors. HV2. Get those 2 going. Get an interface in there. Just take all of them. There we go. Boom. So we could add more too if we need to. So there's that. This is great. This is awesome. I love it. Let's see. Fluid extractor is pain. It's not that crazy in mid IV. You can go for HV solenoids and have it fairly cheap. Good morning, Joker. How you doing today? See, fluid solidifier. I don't know if I want that one. say 1, 2, 3. If we want fluid solidifiers, it's fine. Skip 1. 1. Oh, I just hope I didn't break anything. Perfect. Are you looping this dust or what? This is part of a loopable, if I remember correctly. So this dust, it gets melted, it's used, turns into rhodium sulfate. Rhodium sulfate. Oh, I guess we don't have rhodium. We're not done with it yet. But yes, planning on recycling everything that I can. Lunch today will be Brazilian hot dogs. I don't know if I know what a Brazilian hot dog is. I was going to hop on some Division Survival to clear my head. Okay. Wait, wait. I missed a lot of stuff here. Good morning. And a bit of a whirlwind. Got like a foot of snow I had to deal with this morning. Oh yeah, Jester was telling me you guys got a lot of snow. Also, haven't spoken to my mother in like 2 years, and she just showed up yesterday, so I'm a little frazzled. Damn. Well, yeah, definitely, yeah, get into Division and kind of clear your head a bit. I might have some time to jump in a little bit later. I do need to go to the store. I promised my girlfriend I would go, and I forgot before the stream started, so I'm like, well, I still wanted to start the stream on time, so I started. So we'll just, I'll stop at the store after the stream and then try and hop on before we're here. Excuse me. Much better than an American hot dog, bread with sausage. I mean, there's, trust me, I mean, you could have your basic American hot dog, you know, you can have the bun and the sausage, but there can be a lot more to the hot dog. I mean, you could have a chili dog, you could have, obviously, like, say, the chili, the nacho cheese, onions, and whatever other toppings. I mean, I don't really eat too many chili dogs. But then you also have other types of sausages, so you could, like, say, have, like, bratwurst, which is just like a different kind of a meat composition. Have that with some, like, some sauerkraut and some spicy brown mustard. That stuff's really good. I will stand up for the American dogs. But what is a Brazilian dog? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm running into that problem that I produce oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine, but I have no clue anymore how to do it. That you don't produce enough of that? Let's see. Let me know, I'm down. This kid ripping on the glizzies. No, not a kid. Definitely not a kid. But yes, Carlos he's ripping on the good old American glizzies. There's nothing wrong with American glizzy. I mean, I will say, yes, the most basic one, you could have the hot dog bun, the hot dog. I mean, whoever would eat that without any condiments, I am sorry. I don't know what's going on with that. But at least got to have some ketchup and mustard or something on it. But I will say they are very good. French hot dogs are kind of cool. I didn't even know the French had their own kind of hot dogs. Produce it, but I don't remember where I produce it and how. Oh, yeah, that's a fun thing coming back after a long break. Chlorine is probably through salt water, either gassed EEC or pumping it from some planet. Oh man, wait, how much iridium do we have now? 116 iridium, let's go! Alright, we gotta take this. That's gonna get a quest done. Platline iridium skip, baby. A small reward, the infinite spray can. Oh, baby! Okay. Oh my gosh. We're nowhere near at all towards that. A lot of palladium, tungsten, iridium. Oof. Yeah, the rainbow cactus. Actually, the rainbow cactus is not bad at all. A cactus, some Primutatio, and census. Very, very easy. Yes, the rainbow spray can. Very nice. I would love to get that. Congratulations, you have completed the Platinum line. Not many players have the perseverance to accomplish this task. Still not technically done, but I get what you mean. A small reward is in order. The infinite spray can never run out of spray paint or out of paint and contains all 16 colors as well as solvent. Of course, line mode and ring of Loki are included. There also may be many convenience features. Middle click to open a color choice. Awesome. I love it. So that is that. We have beautiful. Do we have any other metals completed? Palladium. We already got palladium done. Iridium. Ruthenium? I think we get a ruthenium skip. Yeah, baby! Ruthenium! Oh, iridium ruthenium ingot. The final step to get ruthenium is to react it with hydrochloric acid, and you're done. You also get some chlorine and water. Awesome! Completed. Itty. Combining ruthenium with iridium yields a very special metal that is needed for LUV components. We're gonna need a bunch of it. Oh boy. Ruridit. Yeah, Ruridit ingot. Oh boy. Congrats at the Platline. Thank you very much, Tooth Grinder. Dang. That is a crazy looking metal. So we're slowly getting all these quests done, which is beautiful. Yeah, we just gotta wait on... Well, we gotta finish rhodium. Rhodium's the only metal left that we don't actually produce. Good old osmium's there. So we will have to change this guy back to a fluid. Although... Hold on a minute, because it's going to constantly... Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to have to turn these off as well. Ouch. I mean, I could set it to a fluid, but then it's still just going to produce a bunch of the dust, which I don't want that either. So I will have to work on shutting this off at some point. If you put mashed potatoes in the hot dog, you'll see the difference, or potato chips too. A reward, yeah, that you make yourself. Yeah, right. I'm honestly surprised you didn't taste a French dog. No, I don't even know what a French dog. They are very common in Russia, by the way. I'm gonna have to look up what that is. This ingot is very important as part of LUV rotors, and not only that. Ruridit, osmiridium, and rhodium palladium. I knew of rhodium palladium. Cheddar wurst for the win. Oh yeah, the cheddar. A cheese-filled brat? Yes, that is good. I love those. Making me hungry. 3 big alloys come out of the Platline, 2 of which are really important in LUV. Interesting. So yeah, we're gonna have to keep this guy stockpiled then. Good to know. Very slow still. Okay, so we need the fluid extractors. Excuse me. When you need to stop production, stop the entire LCR, not just the input. Well, stopping this input, I mean, would technically still stop the LCR, because I'm using this LCR, I mean, which I could just make a separate LCR, but this is making everything else, all these other recipes. But stopping the oxygen here will stop the production of the, what is this, the potassium disulfate, which still wouldn't affect. I need to stop this, which I don't know, maybe if I could put a... Would that work? Putting an item, what do you want to call it? Export on that, and then controlling the item export? I'm not sure, honestly. But either way, I could figure out an easy way. Like, I'm just not too worried about it right now, since we need a metric ton of it. A French hot dog is a hot dog served in a special hollowed-out baguette. Oh! Okay, I've seen that before. I mean, it's just a different way to put a hot dog in a bun. And obviously, maybe, like, obviously the bun's different. It's not the very basic, kind of boring bun that we have, but... Brazilian hot dog, or... cachorro, or toro. I gotta roll the tongue. Quente is a loaded hot dog where the sausage is simmered in a seasoned tomato sauce rather than grilled or boiled, and topped with a variety of ingredients. Thank you for looking that up, Joker. Actually, boiled or cooked in the tomato sauce actually sounds like that'd be pretty dang good. What do we got here? Let's see. RHPD is for LUV hulls. I remembered my recent epoxy shenanigans when I noticed your level emitter. Alright. So, we have to set this up yet. Okay, so get this all going. Boom. 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 Output. Output. It is facing this way. Okay. And now we just have to import. Import. And then power. Excuse me. Alright, there it is. More potassium disulfate. Making it just a little bit quicker now for this EBF. So what do we have here? The output of chlorine. Actually, no, that's not even that one. Hey, that's this guy. Okay, so we're producing it plenty fast enough, actually. Yeah, now we're honestly just waiting for this to... Okay, wow. That's way more than enough. Well, honestly, if we just set this lower... No, it's going to continue to make it... I'll figure that out later for turning that off. I don't really care too much right now. So, we are making molten potassium disulfate. We're making the potassium disulfate. So now we need to figure out what to do with the rhodium sulfate. Is that what we have? Rhodium sulfate solution. Oh, okay, because what? Rhodium sulfate. I'm already making the rhodium sulfate solution. Okay. So that is in an LCR, rhodium sulfate solution with zinc. Use an AND gate. Oh, to turn it on and off if we have enough of, say, yes, the fluid. Okay. Yeah, so this can only turn on if, let's see, the dust is too low and the fluid's too low. Actually, hold on, yeah, an AND gate. Let's see if we could use that. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna try and make one. I am missing some stuff, so I'm gonna make a recipe for it. Molecular assembler. Oof. Anodes and conductive plates. Go for the multi-mixer, by the way, with this line. There's 2 mixing recipes with water. Yep, I got the multi-mixer in the Platline. Anode. Assembler, no circuit. Okay. HV assembler, no circuit. Boom. I also needed a conductive plate. Okay, so that's circuit 1 assembler with redstone. EV assembler, circuit 1, dual interface. Perfect. Etched low voltage wirings. Okay, fine. Do I have a laser engraver with a ruby lens? Just chilling somewhere right now? I do. Ruby lens. So we can add a recipe to you. Okay. So, recipe, etched wiring, ruby lens, boom. HP laser engraver, ruby lens. We got the clean room one, which I'm just gonna go with EV anyways. No, we're not making AND gates that much, so we're fine. So just do this. Actually, LV. We're just gonna do that there. See if it even works. You're still struggling with the... Oh, you're still smelting aluminum. I see. The Roaring Night. What's going on? Of course, I feel like every time, or like 90% of the time I try to go to read chat, YouTube's like, hey, advertisement, just to screw you over, and like just have to wait to read. All I want for Christmas is Blaze to beat Gregtech New Horizons. I will beat it. It'll happen. Just not this Christmas. Probably not next Christmas. But maybe the Christmas of 27. Alright, we got our AND gate. So, oxygen. So we have our outputs there. Why do we have 3 ins? Oh. Okay, so this is like a relay almost. You have to have like the main power source, and then this is like going to close the coil, kind of. Right? Okay. So I need a redstone torch. That's my assumption anyways. Hopefully we'll enter UEV at the end of next year, at least UHV, hopefully. We will see what happens. Yeah, because let's see. There's no output, which is perfect. That's good. Trying to think of how I want to do this. I mean, it's going to be really, really dumb looking, but it's going to work. It just takes 2 to 3 inputs and lights up the output if all inputs are lit too. Okay. Because what I was thinking is like, it was just like, this is where the main power sends through. Actually, yeah, okay, hold on. I'm testing something here. Because if I do that, yeah, so you still need power here. So yeah, it is kind of like a relay. Because boom, boom, no worky. Boom, worky. Boom, worky. Yeah, okay, awesome. So 3. It is the way that I'm thinking that it works. So we're going to have to take this guy down. Where's my wrench? Uh-oh. What did I do with my wrench? Where the heck did I put my wrench? Is it? I don't think I would have tried crafting with it here. There isn't a main input per se, they're all equal. Okay. Change mode. What do you mean by change the mode, Carlos? Because I should be able to get it to work the way that I want to in the mode that it's in. Oh, there's my wrench. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a steady, just a redstone torch there, because that doesn't matter, it's just power. And then I'm going to have my 2 control sources above. So I'm going to do a redstone, and then my emitters. So we're going to have this guy, just should work. Boom, and then a fluid emitter. Boom. Or you could change it with a screwdriver. You say basically to make it like inverted. That's basically just like a NOR gate, isn't it? Oh wait, why is this one on? Emit when levels are below. So yeah, that just automatically goes through. I ate 7 hot dogs and I want to see how I'm going to burn this off. Oh boy, you sound like me. Just eating way more than I need to. You probably only have 2, so you can use a screwdriver to disable one of the inputs. Oh, okay, so right now you have a 3 input AND gate, so you should have 3 signals. I gotcha. So, let's see. Actually, we want them all off to send power through. So let me see if I do this. We want the middle one. So like that. So now, let me see if power goes through if I have these 2 powered. So, boom, boom. Okay, so power goes through like that. Okay. So we don't need the extra redstone torch then. Perfect. See, I like the AND gate. I understand the AND gate. Everything else, not so much. Rhodium sulfate solution. How much do we have? Or no. Molten potassium disulfate. 35k. Okay, that is wait. That's a lot more than we need. Yeah. So if we are below 10k, molten potassium disulfate, set. And if we are below... I don't even know what the 250, I mean, it's probably too much anyways, just... I'll just say 100. Sure. Emit when levels are below. So, if we drop below 10,000, and then we drop below... Actually, what is that? Yeah, 10,000 of the fluid. And we drop below 100 of this. These will both turn on. And then it will turn on the output here. Actually, that's awesome. 6,000. Okay, so just make sure that that works. Just do a little test. 6,000, 14,000. Okay, perfect. So it does work. Confirmed. Does look a little bit ugly, but if I want to make it look better, I'll make it look better later. But I think that actually kind of looks interesting. I mean, it's ugly, but it's interesting to me just to see how it works. If I cared about looks, then I would probably just put it underneath. But yeah, it ain't too bad. Oh, actually, so we have 1, 2... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're only using 6 channels. That ain't bad. At the core of everything is just simple gates. Anything more complex can be reduced to just the simple ones. Which is kind of crazy to think. Yeah, it's just all they are is just like a bunch of gates all in just like a weird series. Not that terrible. Literally middle school IT stuff. Yeah. You can control it from another location and transmit the signal wirelessly. That's how I do it. Oh, that's right. Like the, yeah, like the wireless receiver that we have on the large gas turbines. I'll probably change that later on. I just want to get this thing done right now. What is this guy for? Rhodium sulfate and water. Circuit 3. Incomplete structure. How? You have an input. You have an output. You have a fluid input. You have power. You have a maintenance hatch. Oh, do you have... Hold on, you probably have 2 of these. Yeah, okay. We had it wrong before. That's fine. Boom. Turn you on. Not enough fluid output space. What? Oh my gosh, I don't even have a fluid output. Who am I? Who let me behind the computer controls? Yes, okay, awesome. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that then. Make it a little bit cleaner looking later. I don't have my fluid outputs here. Where are they? Okay. Oh wait, do we have fluid output hatches? Oh, we don't have fluid input hatches. That's what we don't have. Okay, that's right. I get you. We don't need that much. Uses 39K. Oh, we need. Oh. Yeah, we'll do the classic output. Hold on. Output hatch. Perfect. Yeah, I need item and fluid space. All these gates and yada yada are literally the core of any embedded systems and computers at all. Which is crazy to think about. Like, that's basically all it is. It's just like very, very simple gates. Computers are just insane, honestly. Also, I do believe my girlfriend is awake, so I am going to say hello to her real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, chat, I'm back. Let's see. This is great. 8 hot dogs. The homemade garlic bread is very good. Alright, we got our outputs. I like how the cat's yelling at me for food, even though like she literally had breakfast not that long ago. Heyo, there we go. We get some more leech residue dust, rhodium sulfate, and all that now being produced into whatever. We got an acceleration card. We got that filling up. Beautiful. So now, rhodium sulfate solution. Yeah, so that's, hold on. Rhodium sulfate. Leech residue. We already smelt that, yeah. We're eventually going to have to make a bunch more salt water. It's going to be a big problem for us. Or we're going to have to actually just... actually, we could just drill it on Mars. Would be fine. I think... Wait. I think Blaze needs some autocraft rework at this point, because he can use multis for almost anything. Sadly, except for the assemblers. Yeah. Needs interface. Which output? This one doesn't. This one doesn't. It's the me hatch. Blaze can make the assembler multi pretty soon, I think, which would be awesome. Rhodium sulfate. So yeah, we already used the leech. We want a fluid solidifier for the molten potassium. Sulfate solution. So actually, let's worry about the molten potassium last. Leech residue. So rhodium sulfate solution. So we need a chemical reactor with zinc. You get zinc sulfate. Which you get the zinc back and then the sulfuric acid back. Which actually I don't know if that's zinc and oxygen. Because honestly, up to this point, we really didn't even use sulfuric acid. So I think I want to, yes, use. And then zinc sulfate, I would probably just electrolyze to get the zinc and the sulfur back so that we have the sulfur for the rhodium sulfate. I'm so happy autocrafting exists. I wouldn't want to do this without it. Me, I obviously you wouldn't want to do it, but I probably still would do it because that's just me. For some reason, I don't mind it. But I say that, and then until I have to do like manual crafting like a bajillion times, it would suck. Sorry, is using hatch for a circuit. No, you're all good. Oh yeah, the input hatch. Yep, I was just using it for the circuit. Let's see. Without 82, everything would be insane to do. It would take, yeah, you literally would have to be, I don't know, spending an insane amount of time on everything. So zinc sulfate, that's easy enough. Crude rhodium metal. So let's not even worry about that till we actually get the chemical reactor. I mean, sadly we can't use this one because we need some more fluids. No, because that one's connected to the oxygen. We'll have to make another one. Output. Rhodium sulfate solution with zinc. Just to make it easier and so I don't have to mess up anything, I'm going to make another one. That's what I'm going to do. I was thinking about it and I'm like, I'm not going to mess with any of these other ones right now. It's not worth it. So it's got that. It's got a coil. Hold on, I'm just trying to think here. So this should have, what is it, a coil in the middle here? Yes, so there's a coil in the middle there. And it is a solid block in there. Okay, so this is going to have to be solid here too, okay. I was wondering how I did that. Wait. No, that one, okay, so that one's solid, and then we have this guy, and then the coil on the outside. We do have another chemical reactor thing here. Rhodium sulfate with zinc. That isn't too bad. What do we got here going on? I thought Blaze was going to finish the mod pack manually. You'd be surprised. I actually can change at some point. We're slowly making everything more automated. As you tell, very, very slowly, but we're getting there. Okay, so... No, useless. Rhodium sulfate solution, so that's gonna get turned into whatever. Crude rhodium metal. Okay. Ouch. Rhodium salt solution, that is pretty gross with the mixer. Then you go into another chemical reactor. Circuit 1. Salt and rhodium nitrate. So maybe we could reuse this guy. We'll put a quad input hatch. Boom. We'll do a fancy output bus as well. We'll do the output in the middles, obviously, because outputs are awesome. Output. And then a stocking input bus do we have? Do not. I remember when the multi-block limit with wall share was 4, the same as the furnace limit for steel. Really? Because they thought that people doing this was like too cheesy or something back then? Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Some wise words. Those are very, very wise words. Especially sometimes with work that I'm doing out in the field. It's like, we could mess with it, but it's working, so we're just gonna leave it. It's not affecting anything. Leaving it alone isn't going to cause anything to happen, so we're just not going to mess with it. Otherwise, you could make it a lot worse. Could go from the job being almost done to be like, oh, we have 4, 6 more hours because we broke something. Or how we call it in Russia, if it works, don't touch it. Yeah. Definitely, like, those are some very, very, very wise words. So let me look at the mixer here. Honestly, I think I'm going to make another mixer. I do not want to mess with that one either. Yep. Get to making a mixer. Because this is already connected somewhat to... there's going to be tight workings here for what we got. Interesting. What's that? Input bus? Can we move that? We are gonna move that. We're gonna turn you off. Oh, you already out. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna yoink. Circuit 1. I don't want to share that one just in case. What do we have? Output hatch. Well, why don't we just do output hatch? Screw it, we're making 4 this time. We're getting greedy. We're going to remove you. Output hatch. Boom. Let's see. Rabotayet? I don't even know what that... Transliteration. I don't even know what that means. This way is more economical for those who don't like to waste resources. I myself make 2 wall shares and use them a lot vertically. Another way I use is a macerator wall share inverted. Macerator wall share inverted. Inverted? You... Oh! So that... Okay, so let me think of that real quick. That's like... That's actually a pretty good idea. So you put like another controller up on top, and then you don't have to have a super high tower. Yeah, because what? I mean, you have your input, and then... I forgot what it was saying. It was kind of weird, some stuff about the maceration stack. But yeah, you could just... Actually... Because what, you put the muffler on the side? It's going to be 1 block taller than the regular. That's actually crazy. And then, yeah, you get 2 macerators. That is some very good savings on some resources, I will say. Although I'm going to make a wide boy. Not a bad idea on that, though. Fluid extraction still going strong. EBF still going strong. No osmium. Leech residue. Do I turn... Okay, that guy is turned on. Leech residue. How did we make osmium? Acidic osmium solution. Oh, rarest metal residue. Leech into the rarest. Which, if we... How do we not have that? That comes from leech. Okay, maybe we don't have a good output. Hold on, where's... Has nothing cached. Oh, this is producing leech. So, uses for leech. Leech, saltpeter, salt water. And that is... Okay, it's in the same EBF. Okay, so that's why. It's doing a lot of catch-up from everything. Yeah, that's why I have 10 easy macerators. Fusion donut stacking, I think, are the most common example of a very practical wall sharing, or DTPFs. See, those are machines I don't even know about yet. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a bit before we get some osmium. Still smelting up all that platinum residue, but thankfully it is continuously operating now, so I mean, it's just going to keep going for a while. Making all that rhodium sulfate. That's why I have separate EBFs for all steps. I don't blame you on that, because yeah, you are waiting for quite a while. Especially after we stockpiled up so much platinum residue, but once it's caught up, it's not going to be too bad. You might be missing a perfect overclock on that EBF, so it could be 2 times faster. Oh, if I had some better coils. Which actually, funny enough, coils... Oh. Well, I guess it could make TPV alloy, but where's our HSS? 306 HSS ingots. It's not even that bad. HSSG... Yeah, you're only giving it HV voltage. Yeah, for now we're only giving it HV. We'll give it, once we get more power generation going, we'll give it EV. In that case, it's probably got all perfect overclocks it can. Yeah. Okay. So where... Okay, so I got output, output. So I got both the outputs. I got fluid input. I need item input. Stocking. Boom. Set it to circuit 1. Rhodium sulfate solution. So we want zinc. Boom. So how are we looking on channels? Oof. Climbing now. 26 channels. So eventually... What am I going to have to do? Well, actually... What does the yellow go to? Hello? Oh, the yellow goes up to all of my machines here. I can just take off all of those down there, and I mean, it'll save 5 channels right there. but I really hopefully shouldn't need too many more channels. Need me some yellow cables. Covered cables. Covered cable black. What do we not want here? Blue? Yeah, I don't even know why I have blue. Take me some yellow. Okay, we got our cables connected. Alright, so that's connected. So now this we want to set up to the rhodium sulfate solution. Acceleration cards. Did I bring them all out here? Hello? I thought I had made like 10 acceleration cards. F. R. I guess not. Strange. Also, turn you off. I ate them, sorry. It's all good. I'll just make some more. I'm a little hungry for some cards myself. I mean, EBFs are dirt cheap for you now. They are. They are. What would I do? Stocking input bus. I mean, I would like to wall share with these, but I don't think that'd be... So I built these too close now. Well. I could always move this, but that would be kind of annoying to have to do at this point. And I mean, I guess if I really wanted to build 2 more on the back of this, I just have to move around some hatches. It wouldn't be the end of the world. If we really do need the speed increase. Wall sharing EBF is pain. Yeah, it is very painful. Which I would probably just have the outputs shared from, well, just say like items or fluids all output either in the one central point, and then whatever one that I didn't choose, the items or the fluids, then have those 2 outputs shared from back to front EBFs. And then everything pretty much can just have its own inputs. Actually, no. Because you would have 2 EBFs. Oh, no, you wouldn't. Because we already have 2 EBFs. We have multiple recipes. Never mind. So yeah, just share the outputs and everything have its own individual input. No space for any new hatches or buses. Yeah. So I would have to just build one and then move around some hatches and stuff. That ain't that bad. So, where am I here? What am I... Oh yeah, I'm waiting on cards. Card. Perfect. Got me some cards. Boom. I'm also going to need capacity cards. So I do... Oh yeah, we're getting into sleepy time music too. Good thing I realized it sooner than later. Get into Minecraft music. Okay. Those are put away. Boom. So we have rhodium sulfate solution. We'll get zinc in here. Device enabled. So we gotta get zinc hooked up to the filter. Zinc. Actually, zinc's already here, isn't it? No, calcium. They look the same. Boom. Zinc and calcium. So we also have item storage we no longer have to worry about. So that is kind of cool. Zinc. Nice. Why don't I see any zinc? It's maybe because the machine's not up and running yet, but 6,900 zinc we have available to us, which is beautiful. Zinc is definitely in the filter. Actually, is that the... Yeah, it is the right filter right there. Yep. Speaking of EBF, made me want to build my own smelter facility. Ooh, just a place where you smelt everything? That's actually pretty dang cool. Like, have a bunch of molten, like, no, not molten crucibles, but just like big old crucibles. Just like decoration-wise and stuff. That'd be cool. That's a cool idea. Maybe I'll give it a shot sometime. I think the zinc is also fully loopable. It is. Well, it is somewhat, at least, I know for sure. So it's kind of nice. Move. Okay, HV energy, boom. Should we have one more there, so boom. Perfect. Bang. Bang. So we got power. Okay, so we got power, we got all of our inputs, item input, fluid input, all of that. Maintenance. We're good to close her up. Should be alright. Put some tape on her. Zinc, sulfate, dust, and crude rhodium metal. Perfect. So we have completed yet another step in the rhodium production. So uses. Zinc sulfate. I want to electrolyze that because I want the sulfur back and I want the zinc back. And obviously the oxygen, which I do believe we have storage for. Maybe we don't. Alright, well, so let's just make one for oxygen then. Actually, let's do this. Boom. Uses. Oxygen. Boom. At least you can brute force that with power. Wait, and ammonia, which is the worst part in my opinion. I slapped an LEV LCR exclusively for it. Dang. Yeah, at least you can brute force that with power since LCRs have perfect overclocks, which is very, very beautiful. Okay, oxygen. And then I would very much like to electrolyze my items here. So, yes, electrolyze, stocking input bus, zinc sulfate. Uses. Yep, perfect. So that's perfect in that. And it was just running. Not enough fluid output space. Excuse you? How do you not have enough? I guess it's fine now. Well, I guess it does. It's making a lot at once. Okay. Sweet. So the zinc sulfate is already done. Zinc, sulfur, oxygen. Want to send the oxygen back to the grid since it's drawing from it. I could do that, couldn't I? Just by... I could add the cell... here. Well, wouldn't that just be a loop then? It would just keep looping. I wonder how that works then too, is if I have oxygen stored in my cells here, does it pull, I would assume it would pull from these first before it pulls from upstairs, unless I guess if I pull a priority on it. Stored inside a lower priority storage in the subnet. It's all down to priority, yeah. Setting the driver priority to negative will also help, but separate the fluid drivers from the item drivers. Okay. Which actually... Oh, see, no, that's kind of our final outputs. Take this. Should take these two. Put all the items in here. Take the fluids. Yes. So then set this to a priority to say -10 for all the fluids. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything else up. So the negative priority is what? That it would try to fill this last? So, crude rhodium metal. Uses. Smelt it with salt and chlorine. So where's that in here? I doubt it's anywhere. Chlorine. Okay, so we got salt there and... Okay. Uses... Need salt. Where's my salt at? That's salt filtered in here. Saltpeter. Nope. Uses salt. Bang. Probably don't have any salt, honestly. I do have 4,800 salt. I guess if I did set up the stopper for making all the chlorine and stuff, then we should be fine. Lower priority equals uses first and stores last. Oh, okay. So it is both of those. High priority stores first and uses last. Okay, that makes a bit more sense then. Thank you. Look at that, baby. We got rhodium salt on its way now. Okay, we're getting places. Uses rhodium salt. So now we just need the mixer, water, and rhodium salt. Which honestly, okay, if I add a reservoir hatch to this. Okay, hold on. Uses. It is no circuit, but we're on circuit 1. Uses. Mixer. Water. Actually, dang it. Uses. In the multi-block mixer with water. Uses. So it doesn't mix with water, so that's good. Okay, and then also nitric acid, make sure it doesn't work with water. Uses. Mixer. Okay, so honestly I could just put... I think the mixer doesn't have input separation. Yeah, there's no recipe conflicts. So I could just put these all in here. I would have to move my input again and then put a reservoir hatch on it. So it's actually, let me just look up reservoir hatch, craft, if it's even possible. Take this guy out, put a stocking bus in. Okay, so you are going to be circuit 1, and then you're also going to have rhodium salt. Boom. Let's see. I think the mixer doesn't have input separation. Also, what kind of sadistic person decided to disable on default input separation for LCRs? I don't know. So that's all good. Hold on a minute. We need... Hey, reservoir hatch. Perfect. So we got that. Actually, okay, so the multi-block should be finished now. Okay, hold on. I just realized we're gonna have a problem. Because... Wait. Oh, that's to turn that off. So actually, no, we won't. So, we just gotta hook up a blue cable. Kitty cat, stop clawing up the carpet. She's trying to get into the bathroom. My girlfriend's over there. So we should be fine, honestly. Rhodium salt dust, which I don't know why it's not showing on there. Oh, do I? Okay, so I have... I see what's going on. I'm powering off the machine with this guy, aren't I? Why would it enable with redstone? Don't I have this? Why don't I just enable and disable this with redstone? This would be a lot easier. What am I doing with my life here? See if I can somehow manage to fix this. Because I do have to get going relatively soon, so I'm hoping I can fix this before I have to go. So... active with signal. So that's good. Then we can take off this silly cover. I don't have fluid output space. You should have plenty. Output hatch. Why do we not have output reservoir? Why is it all the way over there? Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're going to do this. And boom. Okay, then we need a blue cable. Alright, so you are now connected. Shouldn't have too many channels there. Okay, so we have a fluid output bus, everything else. Turn on aqua regia rhodium salt. Okay, perfect. Rhodium salt. Oh, I don't even know if I have a rhodium salt solution. Hold on. Rhodium sulfate, ruthenium troxide. Okay, so I could just add that. Yeah, rhodium salt. Okay, so we just gotta add that. Uses, mixer, rhodium salt. Perfect. So I noticed that a cable was missing for the interface. Yeah, there was. I don't know what happened to it. I accidentally mined it out or something, but I just removed that. We're fine now. So, rhodium salt with sodium nitrate. That's pretty gross. That's very gross. Nitric acid and sodium dust. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to make sodium nitrate like this. So use the rhodium salt solution. Circuit 1 with sodium nitrate. Nitric acid and sodium. So I just have to make sure the nitric acid doesn't work with zinc. Zinc and nitric acid do not mix, so that is good. And then sodium. Honestly, that shouldn't mess with that either. So rhodium salt. Who do I control though? It's also a loop recipe. Yeah. Honestly, I could add another input down here for sodium and then turn that off. It's a loop, but you need to electrolyze the salt. Oh, the salt that it produces. Because it takes sodium and nitric acid. Which the nitric acid... Oh, to get your sodium back. Yeah. You should get chlorine out of it, too. Oh. Yes, to return sodium and chlorine to the system. So actually, we're going to have to be careful with that. Because we don't want to just put salt here. We're going to have to get another electrolyzer separate that is connected directly only to the output of this, so that way we're not just taking all of our other salt and electrolyzing it, because then that would not be good. Interesting. Sodium nitrate. I'm just trying to think here. Sometimes I'm thinking way too much. Rhodium salt solutions. Okay, let's just see. So just to use this. Okay, yeah, so you get your salt back there, and then rhodium nitrate dust. Sift that. Rhodium nitrate. Okay. Do I even have that set up here yet? Hold on a minute. Stocking bus. Rhodium nitrate. Uses, yes, because you sift that. Rhodium filter cake. Okay, well, actually that's not even that bad then. You add water, boom. Rhodium filter cake solution. Get another fluid cell or something for that too, just to get everything ready. Rhodium filter cake solution. I do not have that. I need another multi-fluid cell. Okay. But honestly, this isn't even too bad. Just add in rhodium filter cake dust. Uses. Yeah, that's fine. Ideally, you should separate each machine for each item when working with a line, but the way you're doing it will also work. It will just delay some processes, but it will function. Yeah. So right now, I'm not too worried about the delay of the function. I'm just happy it's going to be running. But if I start to notice some bottlenecks, then that's when I'm just going to go ahead and then just make the separate machines for everything. Oh yeah, rhodium is really, really annoying. Okay, so we're gonna turn this off. Make it input bus. Export. Sodium, which I actually don't even have. I think we have an export bus of sodium already somewhere. And we're not gonna use the same one because that's gonna be just a nightmare, but. Carbon. Sodium. Yeah, right there. It's actually circuit 1. What are we using the sodium for here? Uses. Oh, it might be sodium sulfide? Oh no, it's sodium hydroxide that I'm making there. So yes, sodium. So make sure... What do we have for fluid inputs? It's not going to interact with any of that, so we're good. Sodium. And then we want to control that. Do a level emitter. Redstone card. Okay, so we want redstone active with signal. Emit when levels are below limit. Accelerator card or acceleration card. Okay, so sodium nitrate. So I only want it to be produced when we have less than, I don't know, let's say 500 be a nice easy number. Boom. 500. Set. So we are below, so we're dumping in the sodium. We're going to limit insertion on that. And then this can just fill with nitric acid, because whatever, it's fine. So continue making all that for a little bit, and then eventually it should make the sodium nitrate. It'll make it until we have about 500. Although this is going to be a very, very big bottleneck until, so this is another thing that, not right now, but I am going to want to add in some more machines because these take a while. Like, we're already waiting on stuff right now. Like, we have to wait on this and everything, so I'd say ammonia and chlorine, to be honest. Generally, the bottleneck in the Platline is ammonia and nitric acid. Nitric acid is recycled completely. Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go. So, sodium nitrate dust and hydrogen. Guess maybe I shouldn't limit the insertion. I should just keep that going. Acceleration cards. We'll add another one in there. Why not? Oh, dang it. Boom. 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 Hello? Are you waiting for a bigger batch mode? Oh, do I not have any sodium? What? Uh-oh. I have plenty of sodium, so I don't know what's going on with that. Unless it was just grabbed. Oh. Oh my gosh. Wait, emit when levels are below limit. Do we actually already have 500? Oh wow, we have 1300. Okay. Might not be the case, but you use a majority of it inside of platinum. So yeah, just dump the sodium nitrate right back in. Stocking bus, sodium nitrate. And now you should be crafting rhodium nitrate dust and salt. Well, actually, the salt... So yeah, the salt you could turn back into sodium and chlorine. Do we make chlorine with this? Rhodium nitrate, rhodium salt, crude rhodium metal, rhodium sulfate, rhodium sulfate. A molten potassium disulfate. That you don't use it there. Uses. You don't use chlorine. So I'm just wondering if I even bother with salt, because I don't know if I have it set up somewhere yet to where if it's needed, then it... If I need something... Okay, so wait, hold on. Salt. It produces... No, where am I? It produces chlorine and sodium. So if I was somehow low on either of those, what I would do is I'm probably just going to add in a separate input bus on an electrolyzer, or maybe make another electrolyzer. Have it insert the salt only if we are low on sodium or chlorine. You need to electrolyze the salt, otherwise you will keep drawing from the system indefinitely. Because we do need salt for smelting here, so it's getting used there. But then the chlorine is being produced... What will it be pulling from the system, though? Chlorine or salt? Actually, no. What does it make again? Chlorine or sodium? Sodium's probably the big thing that we're going to be worried about using up all of. The salt is a little bit of an issue since you need to use part of it and electrolyze the rest. Well, I guess what I would end up doing is I could remove sodium. See, that's the thing, is I don't know if it's fully recycled or not. So that'd be nice if I had something where I could maybe just have an export just to dump sodium in if it gets below a certain amount, if it's not fully recycled. But then, you know, I could just have it recycled and then, yeah, just be good. The steps for recycling materials are almost mandatory. Use both in the lines. Well, yeah, I understand that aspect of it. Like, we use sodium, we use chlorine. I know that we recycle chlorine through some other processes. I don't really remember exactly which ones. I don't remember if there was another process in the Platline. Sodium sulfate. Sodium formate. Okay, so we do get some sodium back from this. The sodium sulfate here is then used, recycled into sulfuric acid and sodium. Which actually, if I disconnected sodium from here, hold on. Boom, sodium has been removed. $6,200 sodium. Okay, so I'm going to make myself some signs, just in case. So we can kind of keep an eye on what we've removed, and then we can kind of figure out, you know, what we actually need. Okay, of course I can't put my Aqua Regia back. You can leave sodium enabled for the main system, hydrochloric acid production for chlorine. Okay, so that's what you're saying is the bigger part. Okay. Remove sodium from input filter main line, or main net. How much chlorine do we have? 3.5 million. But if we remove, because let me see if I have chlorine. None. No chlorine here. So that is what we are pulling from the main system. salt. I guess what I would just have to do is the salt that's produced from there, I'm gonna have to make an input with its own separate line. So that's what I'll do. I think that's just gonna be the easiest way. I don't even know why I'm overthinking it so much. Just keep it separate so that way it's not taking all of the other salt, and then we're just fine. Are you using chlorine to make hydrochloric acid in a Platline setup? I think so, and it's returning now as salt. So yeah, so let's see. We just gotta connect that salty output. Oh my gosh, I can't even escape. So here's where the output filter is going to come in handy. Output bus. If the salt doesn't electrolyze, the loop won't close. Yep, so that's why we are going to connect the salt to the output. So the rhodium nitrate. Let's see. How does one filter that? Output bus. Well, that could be the rhodium nitrate. Okay, so I will have to use two of these. Sorry about the noise in the background, though, by the way. So this is going to be salt. Oh, good. So this is where I have to have the filter. Hey, what's going on again, Darius? Output bus. The rest of the chlorine comes when you make the rhodium dust. I'm out of salt. I guess there's nothing in there to smelt, which is kind of a good thing. But I have no salt at all. I guess not. 2,000 salt root. What do we have up to? Rhodium filter cake dust. Oh yeah, I need to make the rhodium filter cake solution. Oh my gosh, why do we have so much aqua regia? Why are you filled? Formic acid. I wasted all my resources. Okay, so I'm about to fix this now. This is so silly. Why is this like this? Emit when levels are below 2.2 million. This has a redstone card, active with signal. Why is this? Why does that fill up? Redstone card, active with signal. There's no signal. What? Why are you not working? Maybe this is why I had this. That is so stupid. About salt in military cafeteria, instead of giving salt on the tables, they placed a warning label that says salt is bad for you and other BS. Someone definitely had a brilliant idea To save some money. Yeah, right. That's kind of dumb. So I don't understand why this isn't working. The rest of the chlorine comes when you make the rhodium dust. This is really... You need to limit the electrolysis of salt to be used in the EBF. I leave 500 salt in the system and electrolyze the rest. So I guess I could have an export bus with salt, activate it when it's above a certain limit in the system. So actually I could do it that way. Yeah, actually that okay, so that would work. So I'm just gonna say add export for salt with filter set of active when greater than 500 salt. Electrolyzer. I cannot type. I probably spelled it wrong. Electrolyzer. Good enough. So that'll be good enough for that. But this is so frustrating because, like, honestly, there's something that I probably messed up, but I don't understand what. Fluid export bus. Redstone card. You should not be active. Active without signal. Active with signal. Actually, that was wrong. Are you fixed now? Are you happy? Maybe it's happy now. I wouldn't do that because the salt is 100% recycled. And that would send more salt into the network, but it's up to you. Well, what I would do is I would remove it from the main. I would remove salt from the main net once we know that it's being fully recycled. So that way, then it just draws in whatever's excess in the Platline, and then all that fun stuff. I might have to get going here. So, I mean, we've gotten closer. Definitely a lot closer. I mean, we got that all set up now. I mean, we got all the way up to the point of pretty much where we should be making the rhodium filter cake solution. Yeah, because we also have a bunch of background noise, so I don't want to keep streaming with that, and I don't want to close the door. Filter cake dust. So literally we are what? Rhodium filter cake solution. So that would go into a chemical reactor, reprecipitated rhodium dust. Okay, so there's literally only a couple steps, and the hydrochloric acid makes the rhodium, the chlorine, and the ammonia. So that's not that bad. So we're not too far away from finishing that, which honestly, depending on how it goes, I might just finish that off stream. But honestly, we're not sitting too bad now. We get a lot more iridium. Osmium's still taking forever because this guy's smelting forever. Rhodium with salt water. What do you mean rhodium with salt water? Also, hold on. Rhodium salt needs water. What do you mean rhodium salt? The rhodium filter cake? Or the solution? Does the mixer have a water hatch? It does, yeah. So we just have a reservoir hatch on the side. But we had a problem with, for some reason, a bunch of hydrochloric acid and the nitric acid kept dumping in. I don't know why that was broken. Oh good, I can't even dump it in there now. Okay, so I got that. Something I can leave. I hate you, Warp. Warp sucks. Oh my goodness. I hate the fake explosions. Did someone say cake? I'm hungry now. Me too. So, we'll have to burn through some of this aqua regia. I don't even know, some of this other... Ugh. You know what? Could take some of it. Hold on to it. Where do we have our tungsten steel? You know what? Yeah, we're gonna grab some of that. Why not? Aqua regia, 3.5 million. Rhodium filter cake solution. There we go. Finally. So it's making that now, and it's going places. It's not getting acid because it's disabled, but no, that it's the not getting acid's a good thing. Before it was set to active with signal. So it should only output with a signal, but it was still outputting even though there was no signal there. So it was broken and it was outputting, like, even in this state right now, which it shouldn't be, because this is set to a level of 2.25 million, and for some reason it was broken and it was putting it out and it just kept making aqua regia when I didn't want it to. So now it's working the way I want it. It's just silly. Not enough fluid output space. Rhodium filter cake solution. Well, we have the fluid cells. Just take these item cells. Just dump these over here. Fluid cell. Then we'll add in that real quick. Rhodium filter cake solution. 22 million. Do you have a... It's not 22 million. It's 2.25 million. So 2.25 mil. So I'll show again real quick. So 2,250,000. So I just have this super tank back here for this. That's all I got for it. So yeah, now we're getting the rhodium filter cake solution, which once again we will do circuit 2 in an LCR. So I'll probably just add another LCR for that. And then honestly, that's going to make this. And then probably in that same LCR, we'll just add in the reprecipitated rhodium. Ugh, hold on, let me make a chemical reactor. I just want to be able to make it. Chemical, actually, chemical. We do have all these, so I might be able to finish one real quick. Hold on, dump that in. Maintenance hatch. Why not? Casings. Okay. Uses. 1,000. Uses 1,000, so we can get away with a small guy. Keep it further away from everything else. I'm gonna do this. This should be our last thing here. fluid export bus. I know, I'm so sorry about the noise. No, it's just the dishwasher that's going. Cat's sitting on the, she's sitting right on the desk right next to me. There's the one bad thing about the setup is that if and I don't want to close the door either, so we're almost done here, and then we'll be ending the stream. So the rhodium filter cake solution, circuit 2. So that's going to go in there. We want capacity card. I'll turn my microphone down maybe a little bit more. I don't know how quiet I'm going to be now. How quiet am I? So you're going to want hydrochloric acid. Boom. So we got fluid inputs. So uses, we only got the fluids there, circuit 2, and then uses reprecipitated. So then obviously the input of our items there, which will be fine. So that's going to get the reprecipitated. So we got item input, fluid input. Do we need fluid? Yes, we do need fluid output. So actually that works out perfectly. We have the fluid output right there. Hold on a minute. We have the output bus there too. So no, actually we're fine. We have item output, item or fluid output. So honestly, we just doot. Okay, just need some energy cables, energy hatch. Let's see, uses, LV, uses, LV, perfect. So do this, down. Connected. Boom. Maintenance. Circuit 2. Connect that. Reprecipitated rhodium. Okay, if we're gonna get our first bits of rhodium, I'm gonna be so happy. There's still a bit of work left to do, but if we get rhodium, then I will know that I'm happy that technically I've completed at least the production of all the Platline metals, and then I can go back and where's another sign? Maybe just take time to think about salt recycling. Reprecipitated rhodium, and that's gonna go for a while. We have a lot of that stuff. It's actually gonna go for quite a while. Alright, I am gonna let that go for a minute until it starts producing some actual rhodium metal dust. But we're gonna kind of let it go, and then once we get our first metal, we're pretty much just gonna end the stream. But I will be right back. Alright, I see that it is still making the reprecipitated rhodium dust. Which actually, how much frickin'... 155k. How much does it use? Oh, it uses 1,000. Oh my gosh. It's actually making the rhodium. Wait, what? Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. Rhodium salt solution. It needs to make sodium nitrate. Why is it not making sodium nitrate? Why was that turned off? Weird. Well, either way, where's it at? I swear I just saw it. Sodium nitrate. We have sodium nitrate already. Potassium. Hello? Iridium. Calcium. How long do you take? It only takes 6.3 seconds. Rhodium. Ooh, hopefully it's not using this one. That would be sad. So let's face that one down. We'll have to figure that one out. Actually, we can keep it faced this way, but I'll have to remember to face it down. Rhodium is a very, very white-looking metal. Why can I not see it? 90. Oh, here it is. Rhodium. Alright, rhodium completed. 91 or 64 for a stack. Got rhodium, palladium. The only one really we're waiting kind of to get more of is osmium, but that's we're waiting on the blast furnace for that. Rhodium plated palladium. Is the LUV tier hull material. Now that you know how to make it, you should automate it and make a bunch. You're gonna need it. Why is it called plated if it's clearly an alloy, you ask? I don't know either. Awesome, awesome. Absolutely insane that we got all that done. But yeah, osmium's easy. Yeah, literally it's just a waiting game, honestly, for the osmium right now. Once this is done, it'll be good. It'll be crafting away. But the only modifications that I need to do now for the Platline, which is actually crazy, it's pretty small. Smaller than I expected. I know it's not done, and we don't have a machine for every single process, but honestly, we just need to mess with that salt recycling with electrolyzing. I think that was the only thing really left, other than maybe messing around with the fluid heaters and all that stuff, which actually I should make myself a sign for that, because I removed the fluid heaters, fluid solidifiers for some of the other metals. Make myself a sign, and then we can continue that. Also check the fluid heater and solidifier. Single blocks since moved. Okay, so that's good. Yes, I do want to say thank you very much for everybody jumping in. I actually cannot believe that we have over a stack of every single Platline metal other than the osmium, but once again, that's waiting on that. So, might not be a bad idea to add in a lot more large gas turbines upstairs to make more power, so that way we can send a bit more EV power, just to power this all with EV stuff, make it a little bit faster once we need it. I'm trying to also think. But yeah, we're going to have to figure out what we want to do as our next bits of things as well for what we want to do with our base. Oil refining, we might mess with that. Maybe start messing around with nuclear, not quite sure. But thank you very much, everybody, for jumping in. Keep an eye on the Discord for the next live stream. We'll see you all next time. Take care. Blaze out.